A decade. That's how long I gave her. 10 years of worn-out souls, sleepless nights, and pretending that cheap instant coffee tasted like hope. I juggled 2, sometimes 3 jobs. Driving, lifting boxes in warehouses, scrubbing floors during graveyard shifts. I convinced myself that love meant effort, that it was sacrifice, that it looked like dragging blistered feet across life, so someone else could fly. She had a dream, a boutique skincare brand. I still remember the first time she whispered it to me. We were curled up in a threadbare blanket, her eyes shining like stolen stars. I said yes, not because I believed in the dream itself, but because I believed in her. But belief is delicate, and people, they change when you carry them too long, without being carried back. It began quietly, not the peaceful kind of quiet, but the type that crawls under your skin, the kind that makes your own home feel like it's pressing against your chest. She stopped asking how my day went, stopped saying thank you. Her phone lit up more often. Her mother called more, and her smile, the one that used to curve just for me, started looking like it was meant for someone else. Then one day, a thick manila envelope appeared on the kitchen counter. My name was printed across it, cold and unfamiliar. She was taking me to court. Why? I managed to ask, choking on the word. My mother says I'm entitled to everything, she said. Her voice was clinical, detached. You never had a real job. You didn't build this. I almost laughed. Instead, I looked at her, really looked, and all I saw was a stranger wearing the face of the woman I once loved. The courtroom smelled like old paper and cheap perfume. I sat at the defendant's table, fingers still stained from my last warehouse shift. She wore pearls. Beside her, a lawyer too polished for honesty, and her mother, grinning like she'd already cashed the check. He wants half of my business, Your Honor, she said sweetly, her voice sugar-laced with poison. He never contributed, just floated through odd jobs. He's only here for the money. She even laughed. He doesn't even have a real job. That laugh, it hit like venom. This was the same woman I once held while she cried over a lotion formula that separated at 2 a.m. The same woman I stayed up with the print labels for her very first booth at the farmer's market. And now, she mocked me like I was nothing more than a leech clinging to her throne. But I didn't flinch. Calm, measured, I stood and faced a judge. Your Honor, I said, voice steady, I'd like to submit a contract. The room stilled. I slid the document across the table. It moved like a blade. 10 years ago, I had written it myself. Handwritten, notarized, filed. A promise. Every dollar I made beyond our bills would go into her business. In return, 30% equity. I still remember when I showed it to her. She had laughed, said I was being dramatic, but she signed it anyway, tossing a joking, fine. You're my silent partner. Always silent. Until now. The judge read it, then read it again. Her lawyer's smile faded. Her mother's confidence cracked. My wife, the woman who once called me her anchor, went pale. I have 10 years of bank transfers. I said, receipts, records, all showing direct contributions to the business. I never took a cent of her profits. I only gave. The judge looked at her. Is this your signature? Silence. And then, in her eyes, I saw it. That moment, the collapse of denial, the flash of guilt. Yes, she whispered. Her mother hissed something under her breath. The lawyer sighed. I didn't look at them. Only the judge. I'm not asking for half. I said, just what was agreed, what I earned, what I bled for. The ruling came quickly. 30% ownership. Full back pay from the business profits over 10 years. Additional damages for defamation. Her company would survive, but the glow was gone. Not without the one who stayed in the shadows building it. Outside the courthouse, she found me. No pearls now, just red-rimmed eyes and trembling lips. I didn't think you'd keep that contract, she said, her voice cracking. I did, I replied, because I knew one day you might forget who helped build you. Tears filled her eyes. She reached for my hand. I didn't move. Do you hate me? She whispered. I looked at her, really looked, then down at my hands, calloused, worn but steady. No, I said, but I stopped loving you the day you laughed at my worth. And I walked away, one step at a time. No rage, just breath, deep and clean, for the first time in years. Not all betrayals come with shouting. Some come dressed in silk, carrying envelopes. And sometimes justice is revenge. It's simply letting them realize too late that you were never after their money. You were always a value they never recognized.